Hello, welcome to the February 1996 Coverdisk special. Yeah, Pulp Fiction magazine cover. Forgot what the word was. We have Blitz 2, the finest. Amiga programming language is yours once again with our spectacular Blitz Basic 2.1 cover mount and a completely new series of tutorials. If you get in down a page or two, you'll find it's version 2.15. Like, that's important, yeah. Blitz Basic, page 132. It's fast, fantastic and free with this Coverdisk, the amazing programming language that is probably the single most important piece of software in the Amiga arsenal, page 132. So, here's where it gets tricky. If you get a 132, did you do it? Or you just come back to, what the hell's come back to the cover page? Eh? What the? Okay, that's the back page. Okay. Right, so if you go to page 132, all you get is Blitz Basic Editor looks like any text editor, but has compiled menu items to be found on the right. Animated sprites are possible, uncovered by an example taken from an old Amiga format tutorial. And then how to assign the disk drive. And that stuff about Icon Deluxe, M format launchpad. But the secret tutorial, actual tutorial, it's not in the contents page. If you go to page 99, for the real 3D tutorial, have I missed it? God, I hate this. No, there we go. It's not in this magazine, you twit. Okay, so there's nothing else about Blitz Basic in this magazine in the way of tutorials. To get to the tutorial, you go to Amiga Format 82, page 99, wasn't it? Yep. So, I tricked you because it's not the February 96. We're doing this March 96, but who cares? Blitz Basic is based on basic language, which takes its name from, I know all that stuff, don't worry if you don't know what its features are, data types and pointers and arrays and crap. Okay. In the first of a new series taking you through the features of the excellent Blitz Basic Coverdisk, John Kennedy goes back to the beginning to explain a little bit about basic Blitz programming and how Blitz Basic works. Somebody should track down and find out what John Kennedy's up to these days, 20 years later, 96, 2006, 16, whatever, I can't math. The task to print 10 asterisks on the screen, and the first method does it the most obvious way, using 10 print statements. Remember, the difference between endprint and print is that endprint takes a new line. Endprint must always be followed by something. And so you'll see inverted commas with no text in between. The colon is used to combine different lines into one. It's purely optional and you're under no obligation to use it. There are times when it is useful, and you will see an example later. There'll be 4 next loop, 4 next loop, 4 next loop, blah blah blah. You can see the value of A changing if you change the line print asterisks to read print A instead. Should we try that one? For A equals 1 to 20. Huh? You're free to choose most combinations of letters as variable names. As long as they are not the names of commands, you can also force the variable to jump in steps larger than 1 for the loop. For example, try altering the for statement for each in turn. We'll have a go at that. For A equals 1 to 10, for B equals 1 to 10. Print asterisks. Don't have an asterisk on my keyboard. Next B. Next A. Right, let's see if I can blow up the computer. Is that all it does? Wow. Let's go. Aha, how to create gibberish text. Alright. Okay, so for A equals 1 to 20. Now, can I, yep. Sorry. See, that cursor's faster. 20. Then it says step 2. I don't know what I'm doing. For A equals 1 to 100, step 10. That was boring. For A equals 1 to... Okay, I'm not sure what I'm doing here. For A equals 1 to 10. For A equals 10... step minus 1. Thought not. For A equals 10 to 1, step minus 1. Okay. That's cool. I'm into that. Okay, the repeat until continues looping until a condition is true. You should try different values of A to see what is happening inside the loops. Really basic stuff. I've already done that. Notice how the test for the wind... What test for wind? Did I miss something? Oh, you did. Sorry. As the loop uses variable B is inside using variable A, the entire inner loop will be repeated 10 times. This means that the print statement inside both loops will be repeated 100 times. The third and fourth method for printing the stars use commands similar in some ways to for next. The commands form two more kinds of loops, while and when, and repeat and until. These commands don't automatically assign a start value to a variable, nor do they automatically increment or decrement, so you have to remember to do that yourself. The main difference between them is the while when loop has the test for ending the loop at the start, while the repeat until loop keeps a test until the end. It's a subtle difference, but it can make a lot of difference. While when also continues looping until the condition is false, whilst the repeat until command continues looping until the conditions are true. You should try, I've already done that. Notice how the test for when includes a less than equal sign, so that we're looking at this now, are we? should I type that in? Yeah, why not? Has it got a wind in it? It's got a mouse weight. Oh, let's just type that in for fun. For A equals 1 to 10. For A, if A equals 5, if A equals 5, then print, I can't talk today, A has reached 5. A is 5. Yeah, I'll slack that off. If A equals 11, whoa dude, I just brought up the blimmin' box. A equals 11, not designed for fat fingers. Then print. A is 11. Next A. Then we've got imprint dada and imprint dada. Okay, no idea what I'm doing. Let's run it. Nothing happened. A is 5. Wow. Imprint. What is your name? I'm the world's laziest program. $8. This is all coming back to me. $8 equals edit. Dollars 40. Imprint equals hello. Imprint hello. Speech mark, comma, $80. If $8 equals John, then print, hey, that's my name too. Mouse weight name Oppie. Hello Oppie. Now how do you run it again? John. Let's try John without a capital letter. Right, with a capital letter. Yeah, alright, I mastered basic. I mastered the basics of basic. Isn't that cool? Go-to statements are frowned upon as bad programming practice, as they can make larger programs difficult to understand and follow. If you try to manage without them and use whirlwind and repeat until instead if only. The if-then statement, on the other hand, is incredibly useful, and you'll use it every time you want your program to make a decision. For some examples, you might use the if-then. See the listing at the top. I've already done that then. Okay. Look at this program. Oh my god, that looks complicated. May have to type it in. First example is the for next loop in action. We wait inside the loop checking the value A has reached, so that's referring back to that. A has reached 5. If it reaches a value 5 or 11, then a suitable message is displayed. The only way to get that to 11 is to start at 6. Yeah, I know, I'm smart, I've got brains in my head. Hopefully it'll never reach 11 or something strange is going on, obviously. kind of trying a bit of programming humor here, are we? The second example uses a different sort of variable, one which holds text rather than numbers. When you run the program, you'll be asked to enter your name, John. This is then displayed and checked to see if it happens to be John. If it is, another message is displayed. The if command has several options for more advanced programs, some of which leave out the then and use end if instead. These cases are when you want to include a lot of things if a condition is met. Here's an example. Another thing to type in. Okay, let's do it. Why not? In print, oh my god, this is a lot of typing. In print, yes, A is now 5. Oh, that means I have to type that. Oh, forget it. I should have saved it. The if command has several options from us programs, some of which leave out the then and use end if instead. These cases are when you want to include a lot of things if the condition is met. Here's an example. If A equals 5. Okay, well, I don't know what I'm doing. If A equals 5. We're going to have to write a program to input. Okay, I'll do that. I'll go off the page. Yes, A is 5. In print, I waited in print time that print 8 next B. Okay, so this isn't going to do anything. Next without a 4. So I'm going to have to dick around using my own basic knowledge. Print. I don't know what I'm doing. Frick is the mouse gone? Oh, you piece of crap. Oh, you piece of crap. Oh well. For A equals 1 to 10. If A equals 5, oh crap. Then print 2 words. If A equals 11, I don't need that line. Next A, just put next A. And you can delete that. Right. Next without a 4. You can delete that. That won't work either. Next without, oh, it worked! 5 is yes. A is 5. I waited time pad. It worked. I can't believe I got it working. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'll go back to QBasic after this. String variables. The second examples use a different... No, I've already read that. Snazzy graphics. Let's put our newfound 4 next. Where the hell's the mouse gone? Loop tell us to work with a little program that serves no real useful purpose. Type in listing 3 as shown at the bottom of the page. When you run it, you should be rewarded with a lightning fast display of line circles and oh, that's what I'm looking for. Not a little unlike the picture beside the listing. In fact, the program starts with some gobbledygook. We're setting up the screen display, don't worry about it at the moment, as we'll come back to it. However, the rest of the program you should be able to work out. The only magic commands are wline, wcircle, wbox. These are the window-based routines for drawing lines, circles and boxes. Remember that by locating the mouse pointer over them and pressing help, you'll be given the hints on how they work. So, to finish this episode, we'll just I'll tutu around with this code and just make the most bizarre graphic thingy that I can muster new. So let's go make patterns. Find screen 0. Don't find any screens there. Window, oh here comes, I hate this bit. Window 0, 0, 0, 320, 256, $1,000, comma, tutorial window 1, 2. Tutorial window, comma 1, 2, comma 1, 2. Okay, nothing's turned yellow except window. Okay, that's right. Lines. 4 x equals 1 2 320. I'm going to save this program. I'll be called step 4 W line x comma, is that comma? Yep, 256 comma 0. No, don't get too fast, you'll confuse yourself. Comma 0, comma 1. W line 320. Whoa, 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 whoa. Minus x, comma 0, comma 320, comma 256, comma 2. Next. Circles. Nothing. 4. A equals 1. 250. X equals random 320. Y equals random 256. RND 256. NZ? No, R. R equals random 320. W circle X comma Y comma, I'm getting lost, comma R comma 2. Next. I don't know if that's important or not, having a gap there. One more bit to do. Boxes. Yeah, and I'll put a capital B there. Oh, boxes. Now I can't spell it. B-O-X-E-S. For A equals 1 to 50 again. For 250. X equals random 320. Whoa, yes, right. Y equals random 256. And R equals No, I got that wrong. I guessed it wrong. S equals random 20. Next, W box. X, comma Y, comma X. Oh, this is tricky. X plus, oh, I'm getting confused. X plus S, slow down. Comma Y plus S, comma 1. Next. And we've got mouse weight end. Oh my god, seriously? Save. I wonder if there's enough space on it. We'll call it boxes. We'll call it boxes because I spelled it wrong. Alright, saved it. Check it out. Oh, is that all it does? Okay, fine. Alright, well, I'll just make some pretty graphics, and that's the end of this episode. Thanks for watching. Next month, is Modeler 3D. What the hell is that? Modeler 3D. Unless something else is better for March. Full program. Easy Ledger demo. Don't know what it is, don't know what it does. Stay tuned next month for the next episode. Bye. Oh crap. Sorry, just one last thing before I go. Just reading last night, Mega Computer issue 62, July 93. It's got something about the assembler language. One thing that is likely to attract many of the more advanced Amiga programmers to Blitz 2 is the fact that an inline 68,000 assembler is provided. Okay, so 68 code isn't everybody's cup of tea, but it's nice to know that these facilities are there if or when you need them. The good news for most coders is that even without dropping into 68K code, Blitz Basic 2, like the original Blitz Basic, is blistering fast and offers stunning Amiga-oriented graphic facilities. Certainly even novice programmers are going to be able to produce a lot of clever effects very easily indeed. Needless to say, the more experienced coders will find that Blitz 2 offers stunning possibilities. It deserves to do well, but obviously acquiring this success is likely to be something of an uphill struggle, given that Amos, HiSoft Basic and GFA Basic have already captured most of the potential market. Whether current Basic programmers will swap to Blitz 2 remains to be seen, but it may well draw its support from other areas. There are, for instance, an awful lot of serious C assembler coders who currently tend to be unimpressed with Basic. If you fall into this category, my advice is to have a look at Blitz Basic 2, because I suspect that it may change your mind. And it's been given, there's no score. Mega Computing don't do scores. Well, yeah, that's the score. Ease of use 8, implementation 9, value for money 8, overall 8. So instead of 80%, it's just 8. Cool, thanks for watching. Let's go.